And so I'm back. I have connected and I'm waiting for my next flight, and I feel good. Earlier, I spoke on how to shift. And if you don't like something, just change it. If you don't like something, just change it. And I had just posted a TikTok about being authentic. And I love my authenticity, and I understand how difficult it can be to just be authentic. I can understand how difficult it can be to say, I want to do something with my life that is fun or meaningful or aids to me in some way. I don't know if that's something that's really taught, and depending on the society that surrounds you, it may not be the norm to be authentic or do something that fulfills you. Usually it's just to do something to receive payment to live. And it actually may be far less than you want. And even thinking like, how much do I want? How much financial gain would fulfill me? Because I do believe that that's just, it's possible, and it takes a thought. The same thought of saying I could never make that amount of money is the same thought that could say, of course I could. Why not? Yeah, it's been fantastic. I've been traveling because I'm traveling to be with my family. So it's been a great day. Thank you, Youth to King. And with that authenticity, realizing at first it starts with seeing, oh, maybe I'm not authentic. I don't even know. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe I don't even know what is authentic for me. I don't know what inspires me. I don't know what is purposeful or meaningful or what I want to do in this season, in this time. That is a real conversation to have with oneself. And it may not be the most streamlined process to say, you know what, I'm going to, thank you, to just drop what you have been doing to do something that's more fulfilling. I don't know if that is easy, but it may just be worthy of trying. And what that means to try to create your life. As a speaker, I don't think most people try to create their lives. I just think most people do what they think is attainable. They do what they think is attainable. Not, let me stretch myself. Let me see. Let me try. No, this is attainable. This job that pays me $20 an hour or whatever it is, thank you, Will.i.am, that's what I'm going to do. That's what my mama said. That's what my cousin said. And that's what's safe. Why is safe just the immediate thought? I don't think anything easy is safe. That's the same thing with dating. Anyone who makes it relatively easy to attain them, to get their time, to get their attention, to hear their thoughts, it wears off pretty quickly. When someone not gives you a hard time, but makes it, you got to work for it. Wow, okay, I've worked for this. I'm invested in this. I want that. And that comes with its own set of hurdles, but try it. Instead of, this is all I can do, this is all I went to school for, or I didn't go to school for anything, so this is all that I'm able to do. You don't know what you're able to do. I knew one person who was head of hiring, and they said, I never look at someone's schooling. I hardly look at someone's resume. I want to know what they've done. Here's the other thing. I didn't finish college. I've always thought it was a bit of a game, a joke, just like life. But people that I know will say, I can only do X, Y, and Z because this is my certification. Okay, well then it stops there. Then it stops there. That beautiful challenge of, I know I went to school for this, or I know I've been doing this for this amount of years, and I'm going to do something different. This has interest to me. This will stretch me. This allows me to grow. This will just show me that I can do it. That's a completely different thought, and it is somewhat radical, but why not? To me, I just believe all of this is made up. You get to make it up. And I speak to people all the time, and they say, you must have went to a notable university. And I would say, well, why? If you believe someone's knowledge comes just from an institution, that already says something. The beauty of life is just what you learn when you're willing to learn. I'm successful because I believe I can. I'm successful because I believe I can I effectively problem solve. I'm successful because I just believe. I don't try. I just believe I can do things. And the more that I've done it, creates a confidence. It creates a confidence in me. That was why I learned a second language. That changes your mind, but just that hearing someone being sure. I know that is a quote, but what makes sense to me is a human is the sum of their experiences. Your thoughts, you can think anything. If you don't believe it, that doesn't mean it's you. Your experiences aren't even you. What you believe you can do, I think, is you. And often, I will always say this, I don't think people believe that they can do much. They believe whatever has told them that they can do. They don't believe that they can attain a certain amount of money or live in a certain place or just go into a new field just because why me? Why would I do? Why would that happen for me? It's never happened. No, it's just that sheer belief. Just that sheer belief of I can do that. And I have these thoughts because I'm crazy. So I just believe I can do something. I just believe it, undocumented, and then I do it. And I had a friend that said, Hope, you know what's really interesting? You just believe you can do things and you say you're going to do it and then you do it. And I said, that's it. And it's really the battle within your mind. It's nothing outside of you. It's your internal battle. It's you. It's you. And that was the everything. I don't know everything, Smokey. Everything. I've lived all over the world. I've running a marathon, even becoming a flight attendant. I'm in the airport. Learning a language, amassing a certain amount of money, chilling, taking 3 years off and just saying, I'm going to live until I create what I want to do next. Imagine that. Most people wouldn't ever think, you know what, I'm going to take like a few years off. And what's up, Mr. Wisconsin? What's up, Timothy? I'm heading to see my parents for the holidays in California. Nothing. I wouldn't tell my younger self nothing because I am my younger self still. I don't think I've done anything incorrectly just because I'm still continuing to try. I'm still her. That's who I speak to. When I determine, thank you, Stephen. What's up, Jaya Barcelona? When I think of what I post, And I talked to my niece who was 14. I said, what would you want to hear as an 8th grader? What do you have trouble with? Because that's what we all do, not fitting in. I've never fit in, but I've always fit in. People are like, Hope is cool. She is cool. I just don't care if you like me or not. I deserve to be here. And I give that to my parents because they instilled a sense of like, I'm great because of the soul, not my face, not my skin, not the way I talk, none of that. The spirit that I am is beautiful. And I believe that's beautiful with all human beings. Thank you, Stephen. However, quit limiting yourself. Quit limiting yourself by saying out loud what you can't do. What you can't do. And I shared about this. I would always go into jewelry stores, which I still do. I love rubies. I love colored stones. And although I may not actually have that amount, I'll go and look at jewelry and try it on and ask for the prices because most people are too afraid to even look. Then if you take it another step to try it on, most people won't even allow themselves to try on a ring that's $7,000, let alone $70,000 or $120,000. Then take it a next step. Most people are not even going to ask for the price. And all it is just asking. There's no harm, even if you have $2 in your account. The beauty of doing that exercise is feeling comfortable in that moment. And that's why most won't. They'll feel, I can't do that. I don't have it. I'll never have it. Why would I ever try on jewelry that's $100,000? I'll never have it. I don't care what is or isn't in my financial accounts currently. That doesn't mean that that's what it is for the rest of my existence. So let me get used to that. Thank you, I will. Let me get used to that. And I love art, and I'll go into galleries and they know me and they'll take me into the viewing rooms and bring pieces of art and set it up with the lighting, and we'll talk about pricing. How much is this? Oh, it's $82,000. Okay, if I paid just $70,000 cash, could I get it framed and out the door? Yeah, we could do that. Just that, it takes courage to do that. But a salesperson knows who is serious. And I saw a piece of content who said, no, it's not even being able to afford it. I don't care if you can afford it. I care that you believe that it's possible that you can. It's not, that's it. Not believing, knowing that you can afford it. Being open to the possibility that one day you could, and feeling like you could. Walking into an art gallery or a jewelry store with the belief that I will have this. I don't care if you don't have it now. It's the challenge of oneself, and that's what holds you back. Because the person at the jewelry store isn't going to say, you can't try this on, you don't have it. They don't know. They're just showing the jewelry or the art. It's really that exercise of, it doesn't matter what I have now. It doesn't mean that that's all that I'll ever have. I have to feel it. I want to embody it. I'm wearing the jewelry. I'm feeling the jewelry. Yeah, and even 700,000 is too low for me, Jaya Barcelona. 700,000. I think in those terms, and that's why even with men, my father put me and all my sisters in a position to expand our minds. And I have been grateful and lucky enough to be with men who have always given me whatever I want. However, I want a lot. Yeah, exactly. I want a lot. So going into any relationship, I'm not on a flight. No, I'm waiting for a flight right now. I'm looking at things like, I'm walking into this with my wealth, because I believe two high net worths are better than one. And then I'm with you because I want to, not because I have to. Trust me, you're still going to spend. Thank you. It's something new I got actually from the Dollar Tree. It's Maybelline Infallible Lip Color. You know I love a red. So I will always spend my partner's money. I will always spend his money and save mine. However, it's a lot different if I walk in with 9 figures, knowing that when I leave, I'm okay. And if this doesn't work, I can just go and purchase my home and go on. Thank you, user 237. That has a whole different effect, especially with a partner, because I don't. Thank you. I had braces for 3 years, and I do pay a lot of attention to my teeth. I think that's powerful to go in knowing I'm a powerful being, especially as a woman, because as I said on my live a few days ago, it's pretty recent that women have been able to have these choices. It's only been about, well, I don't know if that's a happier life. I love both of my lives. No, I just use Crest Pro Health whitening toothpaste and a sonic toothbrush, and I floss twice a day and scrape my tongue. Infinite Good Light Jaywalk. Yeah, women have often not been in a space to make that choice. It wasn't until the 70s that women could actually have, thank you, a bank account without their husband or their father signing off. Just being able to be divorced and continue on as a human being that could provide for oneself is a relatively new occurrence. Thank you. That's why I am a speaker. That's why I chose to be authentic and go into this. And also just to empower people. I thought my empowerment was specifically for women. I do believe that words are universal. So, me too. I read a lot. And I speak other languages and I travel often. So my friends are from all over the world. So my vocabulary is quite vast. And I do not care for American slang. You won't hear me say it, and most of it I don't understand. And I jokingly say that. But that power is infinite, and it doesn't matter where you are now. It's being open. Thank you for that, Rose French Fry. It's being open to what could be. To what could be. It doesn't matter if you have $5 now. Being open to, I could have a $5 million home. Like, yeah, of course. And not even second guessing that. Just being open to the possibilities, because it's all just a thought. The thought is thinking that it's true or not true is the same thing. And being open to that, because there's so many ways that things can come. And yeah, as I said, I'll take it as the compliment that it is. Yassine. Possibly someone else has asked me about that, audiobooks to narrate. So these are things I'm all open to. I'm always creating something. I like to just create, but I listen to audiobooks and I read regular books. I have some books with me now. I had spoke about recording in airport meditation because I do have a series that I go through before I come to the airport, because often, and this was me being a flight attendant for 15 years, the anxiety that comes from being in the airport, the discomfort or the feeling of lack of control, and just speaking well to yourself. Of course, that's the only thing I'm aroused by. intelligence, but real intelligence, not someone watching a documentary and feeling that they are knowledgeable. I prefer intelligence from a well-lived life, a well-lived, well-traveled life, and honesty. That's one thing, honesty. If you're honest with me, I can always respect you. And I can take honesty in any form. However, sometimes lack of honesty out of feeling like keeping me safe, I have found within my life allows me to lose respect and credibility for one person, and that just is what it is. So, holding the thought that you can be more. Thank you, French fry. That you could be more, that you are more. You're not just what your current circumstance is. Especially as women. You can always be more. And I'm in that space as well. I'm a dreamer, but I just dream and then things happen. I also dream and I hold that vision and I do what it takes to achieve it, and people resonate with it. They see it. Yeah, and I believe, they are two different people. However, they, I guess, are on the same timeline. There's a part of your future self that is always developing that's in your current self. But from my experience, it just takes that discomfort. And from my experience, I see that that's what people may shy away from. What's up, Maureen? They may shy away from that discomfort. That discomfort of, I left this job to do this, and now what? Yeah, well, now you left. So work it out. And it's easy for me to say because I am that. I go all in. I knew when I decided to speak that I was jumping in full force. It wasn't halftime. It wasn't while I'm on the ground or not flying. No, I'm dedicating everything to this. And that thought of dedicating everything to one thing for 1 year.
Can we use the G2 cards, please?
Instead of, I don't know, put everything into it. For 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, just everything. And all of, I find a space of discomfort being comfortable because I've done it so often that discomfort isn't frightening, but that takes repetitive action, and that takes that questioning of yourself. It's all of that. I'm in that space. Trust me, I'm there. And saying, and I'm okay. I was just saying, you know what? I'm proud of myself because I would challenge everyone to share how proud they are of themselves. I was proud because I was looking at my YouTube channel, and when I decided, you know what, I'm doing this, I'm not going to say I want to, and November of last year, that's when I said, okay, I'm doing this. What do I have to learn? How to create YouTube videos, how to create a thumbnail, how to create this, how to edit. And within that time, pretty quickly, it's been about a year, and I'm just under 500 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But the beauty in that seemed like, whoa, that's what I dedicated myself to. Yes, stoicism, of course. You either do it or you don't. And saying, wow, I'm proud. Look at this. I could beat myself up, or I could say, look at what you have just built in increments of time. whether it's a year, a day, a month, and reflecting to yourself how proud you are. And in my last YouTube upload, I uploaded about what I learned through my TED Talk. And I'm going to do another because there was a lot that I learned. And I had said this with TED or anything when I was somewhat entertainment adjacent. From the outside, it looks all sparkly and cool to be at like the Grammys or American Music Awards, but it's all just something that someone built to highlight people, but it doesn't mean anything. And as much as I appreciate my TED Talk, it means something and it doesn't mean anything. It's both. Like it's like winning an Oscar. Yes, it means something, but it doesn't really mean that much. When you're in that position. And for myself, it's like it's another thing that someone made up to bring praise or whatever. And I understand it has some importance, but on the other side of it, yeah, I'm proud. It was something I wanted, and I did it. Now I'm going forward with the next thing that I envision, and the next thing I'm working towards, and the next thing that will be in the rear view. Thank you, Jerome Hayes, for the follow. And even with that, I have some great friends, and I've learned also that sometimes with your accomplishments, people fall out of your life, and that's a part of it. And when that happens, it can be difficult, but you just keep going. And the honesty of wanting to share or have the partner that is with you and seeing all of this, sometimes it's just going to be you. There will be a time where it's not, where it will be a group or that special person, but sometimes it's just you. And the beauty of that, and the beauty of being aware that I will just continue, and yeah, I'm strong. I am a really, I'm tough, and I am my biggest supporter. And who do I call when I need support? Who is there for me? Sometimes it's me. Thank you, and I love that because that is a lotus flower that I took a picture of at a friend of mine's house in Maui. Sometimes it's me, and that's just a part of it. And I have to be reminded that there are people within my circle that do love me and do care and support me, and we're all just humans. You can, but you don't have to. A lot of this is open to how you see it. I don't have to reevaluate. I'm a big believer that friendships and relationships have cycles. They aren't always going to be lifelong, and that's okay. It's the same for me. I'm only seeing it from my side. I don't know how the other person is experiencing it from their side. And thank you, Bald Head Comedy Show. And that can be a place of solitude and sadness. I've experienced that. I'm currently experiencing that. And there's something for me to grow from it. There's a way that I am learning, and there's a way that I'm loving myself in the process. And there will be something better. Whether that's the lesson, whether that's a new friendship or relationship or a person or accomplishment. That's how I choose to see it. I can cry and still say, okay, I got that out that needed to be released, and I'm going to keep going. Yeah, no test, no testimony. That's true. But these tests, like how much, how much, how much, what else needs to be done? What else needs to be done? Okay? I was reflecting because my birthday is this weekend, and sometimes there's the thought of like everyone being around you and having a big celebration. I haven't done that, and there was a place of sadness, like, well, maybe next time. We'll be on FaceTime, or I may be traveling somewhere. But
at gate B50, B50.
I love how I
Don't
do
walker,
look and
please
rely on me.
return to the gate to pick up
And
your
there are
assistant
plenty of people in
device.
my
Thank
circle
you.
that do really love and support and root for me. And to be in a space of saying, either way, it's okay. Either way, I'll be okay. And either way, I can reflect back and say, whoa, regardless if there isn't this huge celebration, I have a lot to celebrate. Just in the course of this year, I've really challenged and grown and accomplished and constantly go, and the opportunities, and it's going. And so am I. And so it's not in a space of melancholy at all. There is that area, yeah, and I do that, and every day you can celebrate me too. Everybody can celebrate me too. I'm all for a celebration. I do find when I'm in this, thank you, Maureen. Sometimes it's me too. It's me going into just hermit mode and directing my focus towards my works or my speakings or writing or whatever obligation. And I forget that there are people that I can always celebrate with, and it is due to step out of that workspace or just that diligent, directed, disciplined place of creation to just be recognized. So it's that process. Yeah, what's the other option? Bald head comedy. I mean, I could say everything's terrible, how worse can it get? But no, I choose to say, how much better will today get? I didn't cold plunge because I've been traveling, but my parents have a pool and it's cold in California, so I will be cold plunging tomorrow. And I usually, if I don't cold plunge, I'll do the cold shower. What's up, Divine Tarot? I love a cold plunge. That aids to my positivity. That may be why. What's up? Yeah, I love a cold plunge, and I'm fantastic. I'm traveling. I'm currently in Denver Airport on way to California to be with my parents. I remind myself about that. In any downtime, like, you are a tough mofo. You jump into pools that are like 40 degrees and daily, and I just don't even say, okay, let me do it. I just do it. That's what I refer to in any times of questioning. Several. A lot of mental clarity, metabolism, skin. There's a lot. Sure, of course. Not everyone will. Not everyone. I like to be that extreme because it's showing me the beauty of what my mind is able to do. So that real cold water, yeah, yeah. And I travel less now. I mean, when I was a flight attendant, even outside of flying, I would go like back and forth from countries in a matter of days. I do. I meditate every morning. So you can just Google or look up cold plunge on TikTok, but it has to do with a lot of cognitive function. It's really seeing the strength of your brain because everything in you will say no. But I can just say, I'm doing this, and I don't think about it. I just get in and I say them for like 4 to 5 minutes. What are you scared of? Life is, you're not scared. You just haven't challenged yourself to try. Stop with you're scared. It's not something to be afraid of. Yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. James. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glowing and I'm growing. So I think the cold shower is actually more difficult than the cold plunge because the cold shower you can't half do. A cold plunge, I just jump in, but a cold shower, I just get into the cold shower. However, it can be a bit more challenging, and I saw something on TikTok that said it is a bit more challenging, and I love it because you have this high afterwards because your body warms up and your skin temperature rises, and it's like endorphins. It's almost like similar to a drug. No, I don't know. That crypto tracker, that is again you saying why it's not for you. I am a runner, yeah. Less so. I do sexy walks, but throughout from, I don't know, 10, 12 on, I was a cross country runner. I still run regularly, and I am a marathon and half marathon runner. Again, all of these things keep my clarity, and it continues to show that I'm a bad ASS. Because anytime I would doubt myself, I could say, wait a minute, I ran the New York City Marathon twice, 2 consecutive years. What do I have to be afraid of this? No. I took a cold shower this morning. Nothing can ruin my day. These are things that take away barriers of what I can't do. It's, yeah. I started off as a long jumper and a sprinter, and then I saw that long distance running is mental. It's mental. And just to keep going, but it's also a metaphor for life. I challenge anyone to try one half marathon or long distance run because it's mental. Like I'll keep going, I'll keep going, I'll keep going. It's the same thing with anything in life. That's what builds my mental toughness. People, they could say a lot of things, but you can't outrun me. I will definitely outrun you in the long run. Okay, I will. Thank you. I don't have a favorite book. I have books that I have a list of them. I don't have a favorite anything. I have a group of things that I like, but for me that's too limiting to have just one. What are books that I refer back to? I like The Alchemist. I like Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. Yes, running is great. Walking, I'm a rollerblader. I love to ride my bike. I love to swim. I love to dance. I just like being active. I love hiking. I will be hiking. What other books do I like? Currently, I have The Art of War for business or for managers. That's the book I have now. I'll show you the books I have with me now, because I always have books with me. Even if I don't read them, they're with me. What's up, pumpkin? That's what my granny used to call me. Hi, pumpkin. Okay, so here's one book and the other. All right, so I don't really, yeah, but most of the time I read nonfiction, but I'm open. I'm not restrictive in life at all. There's not, like, I can chew gum and walk. I do it all. So I have this, and I have this, Leader Shift from John C. Maxwell. And I see myself as a leader. This is why I do these difficult things. Not everyone is going to, but I also will do, if I ask someone to do something, it's because I know how to do it because I've done it. I'm not going to ask you to do something that I won't or haven't done myself. And there's a person in my life who I told, I have no respect for you because you will ask of someone what you won't even do yourself. So you will demand that someone repay you or pay money back to you on time when you have consistently not done that. So that there's a disconnect there. But I do hold myself to a very high standard, especially for how I see myself building my life and what I want to do. Well, everyone has some sort of hypocrisy. I don't care about that. It's just, if I witness it, that's just what it is. But hypocrisy is in every human being, with pleasure. That's in every human being. I'm not actually judgmental of that. Of course I would. Sure. I would love for that. Yes. I have great feet. You can, you should be a good boy and send me money to my Cash App, Footboy. So I'm all for that. And I'm all for, I do have beautiful feet. That's another thing about being a gracious woman. I take pride in my hands and feet. And being in a service industry, like if someone's serving you and their hands look well put together, it just, for me, creates a beautiful element of polishedness. So with that, there is, high standard. Thank you, Long Island Noir, for the follow. There's a high standard I have for myself. This is for myself. I don't expect this out of anyone else. I don't expect someone to take cold plunges daily and meditate and keep their word. When I don't keep my word, it will really follow me and tear me apart. So I have to. And I know the times that I haven't. Like, I know the 3 times in my life when I haven't. And it still pains me. So I just choose not to do that. And my father would say, yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes nails get chipped, but I understand that. But it's not for you to say. You're submitting, so don't talk. Just submit, Footboy. Especially in the winter, crypto tracker. And I used to do this in high school. I would ditch class with all my friends. We were all the smarty kids because I went to this accelerated math, engineering, science school. And we would do that in the winter, and we would go to our parents' houses. Well, we all lived at home, and we would jump in the pool in like February with all our clothes. So I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. What else will you see this week? I'm going to make something for my parents for the Thanksgiving meal. And I am also not the biggest of. No, what's the point of having a fear? If I feel fear, I'll just do it. I don't. I really have very high expectations of myself, and I do see myself as a leader. And that, just by saying that, I have to be able to bear more than the average, because most people won't be able to do it. That's why you have someone to give the example, and that's what it's about. And I'm all for it. And I understand where there's a difference. There's a difference. I don't expect someone to regularly run 26 miles just to say they did it. No, but for me, I'm built for it. What I will accomplish in life is great, but for me to accomplish it, I have to accomplish mastering my mind. It's going to take everything in me. So that mental clarity, that physical strength is a part of it. Me having to fulfill my word and be honest is a part of it. And that comes from not always being honest and how it made me feel, and how that was hurtful to others and hurtful to myself, and really showing like things of myself. There's something that can be learned in everything, whether it's our highest highs or our lowest lows, and I'm learning that. Especially building this with me speaking and negotiating and all of this. Thank you, Divine Tarot. There's a way to speak to people. And I saw this with my father. I get this a lot from my father. You don't shout at people and demean them. You listen to them and you find the best way to speak to them to gain favor. I see everyone as really me. How do I want to be spoken to? How can I break this down so this person understands this? It's kind of a boring life because there's so much I don't do. There's so much I don't allow myself to do just because it doesn't bring me anything. It doesn't get me to where I want to be. And I've done a lot. I don't drink because I've drank the best vintages of wine and the best, most expensive, most rare champagnes in the world at the best places all over the world, probably while dancing on the bar. And that was fun. And I did it. I no longer have to do it.
Passenger called Ilowski.
I
Please come back to gate B42.
Don't care to be out late just because I'm up early and I want my clarity in mind, and I like to sleep. So that's not something I do. There's more that I know I won't do than what I will. There's certain things I'm just not going to do. I'm not going to entertain nonsense within a dating realm. I can tell you off the bat, this won't work. So I don't even need to pretend. I don't need you to take me out to eat because it's not going to progress. And I've done that where I'm just going out to eat. If I was young, 20, 21, thank you. Yeah, by brushing my teeth, washing and moisturizing my skin. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And my parents, they taught me the importance of health. My mom would always say, take care of your skin, take care of your body. You only have one. I was always in the dentist. When I had braces, that taught me to take really good care of my teeth because you would always have to floss and get the stuff out of your teeth. So having a great smile, that's sexy. You can buy a great smile, but I love natural teeth. Veneers, it's kind of nonsense. Yeah, and even in that, there's something to relax and learn from, because everything is an injustice in some way. I mean, if until we're all free, no one's free. To me, if 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 one person is restricted and not free, none of us are. So yeah, I do take care of my teeth, and I will keep my natural teeth. You will not see me get veneers. It's like a designer handbag. It just looks ridiculous. The upkeep of all of that. Sure, and there's always someone that's there to rectify that. I understand both. I just focus on what I'm doing to add to the good. There's always both sides. There's light and dark. Thank you. That's a part of it. Too much of the focus on the dark may not allow a space to grow into how your light can be enlightening. As I eat my oatmeal chocolate chip cookie. So, yeah, it's both. It's definitely both. And it's beautiful to be able to observe both and how we are actually both. I'm light, but I'm light and dark. It's kind of open, Sheila, because I'm just waiting to oh, look at the beautiful flight attendants getting on the flight to see my parents. Currently, I'm talking about Divine Tarot had spoken about all of the many injustices in the world. And I said there are many that are also unknown. However, there's, in that same regard, there are just as many fighters for justice. There's just as many. And I don't focus on the dark. It's just like focusing on the negative. I know what, no, you have to know. Well, you don't have to do anything. I know so, because that's what I live. I know so. And injustice is also from your point of reference. In the sense of, let's say, women's equality. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I can imagine that's difficult. Eating a chocolate chip cookie a day also keeps me very happy. That's something that I do. A chocolate chip cookie a day keeps happiness here. No milk. Of course. I bet those ain't real Chips Ahoy. Oh, I would never eat Chips Ahoy. Never. That tastes like cardboard. These are my favorite cookie is oatmeal chocolate chip. I'm a lover of oatmeal. In fact, I've shared with everyone I eat oatmeal every day, dry. I even have a pack of oatmeal with me. So these are oatmeal chocolate chip cookies from Potbellies. Yeah, and I try to eat a cookie every day. I won't eat any of those. I wouldn't eat Chips Ahoy. My mom would always make great cookies. And I make great cookies. I don't like store-bought cookies. I don't. No. I was grateful enough to have someone that made everything, delicious cakes, and because I love it. Yeah, and it makes me happy. I do what makes me happy. It makes me happy to jump in cold water. The feeling you feel afterwards is amazing, but just the thought of like, I did that. Like most people, that shows how strong I am. Okay. I love my chocolate chip cookies, oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. It's just a reward for me being here. I don't save anything for a special occurrence. Life, exactly, good chocolate. Life is a special occurrence. I don't buy clothing and say I'll wear it on a special occasion. No, I'll wear it immediately. I woke up. It is the special occasion. This is a new lipstick. I can't wait to wear it today. I have another one. I will wear it tomorrow. Like, that's what it is. It's the experience is now. It is now. Live now. Be great now. Feel good now. Even after the tears. Feel good that you were able to express the tears. Now. Exactly. But some people do wait. And y'all ain't going nowhere special anyway. It's not like you're going to a nice gala. Wear it. I get dressed up to go to the grocery store. Why not? I love it. Life is my special occasion. I live this. If you see me, I'm really suited and booted. And I feel good. I feel good in the experience and everyone I see and how I've grown. It's all of that. So do it now. So thank you for liking the live. Oh, next flight. However, this was a great live. This was 2. I split them up. And enjoy now. Eat the cookie now. Wear the new sweater now. Be the reflection of love, because we all come from an infinite source of love. Show up. You can show up with the cookie. You can show up with the red lipstick. But show up. Make it look good when you show up. We talked earlier today. Don't you wear no pajamas to the airport. If I see you, I'm going to call you in, not call you out. And enjoy what you can now. Not when you lose the weight, not when you move, not when you have the money. Enjoy it now, because that's the challenge, and now is all we have. So I will see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye.